Heartgold Soul Silver really gives you a lot of Pokemon at the start, which gives, I mean, it's good for a Nuzlocke. That gives you a lot of chances to like catch Pokemon. But I have like a finite list of commenters I can name Pokemon after. So like I have to like ration it. I can't do every single encounter I have. And last time I noticed as like I use this piece of software, this website called Nuzlocke Redux, which is an encounter tracker. I noticed I skipped Route 32, like the one east of Violet. I skipped that last time, so that's one more encounter that I could have gotten. And just, I'm running out of comments. I need to release a video so I have comments that I can name Pokemon after. And I guess I will catch a Love Disc, even though Love Disc is really, really shitty. Love Disc will be named Rufio, which is fitting because Rufio's a kind of shitty Homestuck character. Is Dante Bosco Rufio from the movie Hook, like, cool? I don't know. It would be interesting to at least get a good ability. Shed Skin, no. Heat Proof, no. It would be interesting to watch every movie referenced in the story Homestuck, because there's a lot. Like, I did see once this post that was, like, going through every single movie shown on, like, John and Jake and Carcat and various characters' walls. They got posters for so many different movies, and so many of them are dog shit. It would be interesting to see who has the worst taste out of all of the characters in Homestuck. Yeah, but that'd be a big project and be different from my normal Homestuck videos, so I don't know. And I need to do Homestuck videos because Homestuck videos give me comments, and comments give me Pokemon to name my Pokemon and my nicknames for. You know what I'm fucking talking about. Like, I need comments so I can do my Nuzlocke videos, which is what this is all really about secretly. Numo's kind of bad. I need. Also, with both of my Pokemon being bad against ground types, it might be smart to use that Love Disc. Also, I can never remember. Which floor do you start getting encounters on in Sprout Tower? There we go, a Diglett. That's not what I wanted, but Diglett's a decent Pokemon, so I'll catch it anyway. Let's pull up some comments. Well, first I got... sure, Godfish Leaders gets to be the Diglett. Godfish... I can't fit leaders. I'm going to get your ZZZ though, because that's you say, Equus is such a bad person, but I still love him. Yeah, I did this video where I'm talking about the Homestuck characters that are like fucking assholes, a couple of them. And I do want to make clear, I don't think they're bad characters or make the story worse for being jackasses. I like Equus and Aridin. I think they're fascinating characters because they're jackasses that have these specific flaws that influence them as characters. Like, their story is about them having these specific flaws. And I don't like how a lot of the Homestuck discourse and discussion of the comic is just like, I want to sand down these characters and not discuss their flaws and what makes them interesting. DL Cypher, that's a cool name, on the Dave video says, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be pronounced Royal Deringer with a hard G, as in instrument for removing royal fingers. I think so too. Like, Derringer is a type of gun, and the Royal Derringer is one of Dave's swords. Jack also used it to chop off the Black Queen's ring finger, so it's like a pun, Derringer, and also it's de-ringing. I don't know which is the proper pronunciation, but it is a pun for that. And that last one, Rufio, Solix's typing quirk changes partway through Beyond Canon, and all of his other quirk changes. Yeah, I noticed that. That's weird. He, like, at the start, he has his, like, missing teeth, like, with a TH, and then later on he switches to his ghost zeros everywhere, and there's not an explanation, because nothing really happened to him in between those points. He's still just blind Solix from the end of the comic, who, honestly, Solix is Man, Solix is living in his friend's basement and playing Donkey Kong all day, and, like, I mean, maybe that's, like, living the life depending on, but, like, he hasn't grown up at all. Like, his girlfriend dumped him, and after that, he hasn't talked to a person in, like, 10 years, or actually, I think it's only a few, well, but hold on. When did Al's team leave? Is it a few days or a few months before? I don't know. So I get. Wait, is that a timeline incongruity in Beyond Canon where it seems like, oh yeah, Solix has just been chilling in the meteor base for a long time, but he was shown at the end of the epilogues before they left to have been hanging out with Al's crew, who I don't. Were they based in the meteor base? I guess I don't know. I mean, because it's like in the book sequel, we don't see where the group is hanging out, but why did I always? This is. Do they hang out in the church where they had like Jade's funeral? Oh, right. Flash. I when I re-rolled it, I adjusted a few things and I made field TMs be usable, like not lose them in case you wanted them. Which in hindsight was stupid because I was thinking Rock Smash was a TM and that would like cut me from getting potentially a vital evolution item, but then I remembered Rock Smash is an HM in this game. So anyway, we're on to Faulkner. Yay, on to Faulkner. So what's going on in my life? Well, so I'm kind of pissed about this, but it's past and I've dealt with it. So it's election season. We got primaries coming up. So I'm doing a lot of work on that for my journalism job, where I am currently an assistant editor at a small town paper. And this week, Jim Carlin, who is Senate, I think, yeah, he's a Republican Senate. He's a Republican Senate. What's with the black outlines right now? Did something change with my graphics settings? Oh. Jim Carlin, he is a far-right Republican Senate candidate in Iowa. And he was supposed to speak in my new hometown, and I was going to cover it for the paper. And I go there and, Carlin's not coming. He had a scheduling conflict, even though this was scheduled 2 months ago. Like, work your schedule out there, dude. Instead, we're having one of his campaign staffers. You know, that January 6th site, pardon? Yeah, one of his main campaign staffers was a convicted January 6th rioter, and he is going to be here speaking on the candidate's behalf. Okay, for a second I thought you were a ground type, and that would have been bad, and I'm just like, excuse me? Wow! That... Okay, what's the TM51? Dragon Pulse, that's interesting. So yeah, I was like, wow, a convicted January 6th rioter, that's... okay. I'm not very fond of those things that this guy did. And like, it was just so bullshit. Just I didn't do anything wrong and I shouldn't have been arrested. I was only arrested for being a Republican, and also I didn't do anything wrong because like we were just a peaceful protest, and also we had to be there because they stole the election. I wasn't duped by Trump. The election was genuinely fraudulent, and like we were saving democracy, but also we didn't do anything violent and inconvenience Congress anytime. And don't try and figure out the contradiction where I somehow both who can learn Rock Smash? Like, don't think too much about the contradiction of how this guy both apparently did nothing and also did something heroic. How does that square out? Well, shut the fuck up. He's a great man. But it was just bullshit, and like adamantly refusing to like take any responsibility for what he did, or even acknowledge that he did something kind of shitty. And I do think that trying to randomize TM learn set. Do I need a fighting type for this? I should have done full HM compatibility. It's not like a vital move that you need to progress, but still. Also, you're downgraded a bit because I think I like Diglett more than Donphan. Rearranging my Pokemon. But yeah, I didn't like that guy or really have any admiration for him, and just like, it was unconstitutional to arrest me because Americans have the right to peaceful protest, which means that trying to kill members of Congress is legal because, it's peaceful. I'm just, what a load of shit. So I write about this guy, and you can argue if you think this is the right thing to do, but I'm not like fucking pulling my punches with this guy. I start the article with just a summary of what January 6th was for the readers. You know, for those who don't know basic history, it's actually so I had like an excuse to like complain about this. But like I talked about how it is an attempt to overturn American democracy. They beat like 174 cops. Some of them had guns and pipe bombs. Congress had to be evacuated so they wouldn't be killed. Like it was inspired by lies from the man who is now president. Said man pardoned all the guys who beat police officers with baseball bats and brought pipe bombs into the Capitol building. He pardoned them because he implicitly agrees with huge power. That's very interesting. Like, you don't. Well, that's very interesting. I might use that. Yeah, I was just like, just basic everything, verifiable, true facts, and I turned it in the story, and not even my editor's like, this might be a bit, we should run it up to the head of the company, the owner of the paper, see what she's think. And like, oh, this is gonna be bullshit, isn't it? I'm just thinking. And the answer is, fucking, I get told, ooh, we can't run this because it kind of reflects badly on the candidate and so close to the election. I'm like, yes, yeah, if a political candidate is like on record, democracy is bad and we should overthrow it and kill members of Congress if like my guy loses an election. Like, if a candidate says that and then they lose an election because of that, so what? That's kind of their fault? Like, why do we give a shit if they're unpopular because of things that they did? But yeah, the story, I was told, okay, we'll run the story, but we're running it online exclusive. It's not going in the actual paper because it's so close to the election. And also, we're going to edit it. We can't use the word rioter. We can't call this man a rioter. We're just gonna say he was a peaceful protester fighting for democracy. And I'm fucking sick and tired, and this isn't the first time happening yet. Just constantly throughout my career as a journalism, like people complain about, oh, the liberal media, so much of like journalism has consistently throughout my life been very right-wing and coddling Republicans and like both sidesing on things where Republicans are factually incorrect and like treating them with more respect than they deserve, because otherwise Republicans, they fucking throw hissy fits and they complain about the liberal media and blah 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 and like cancel those subscriptions. And anyway, Killbound, this kind of makes me want to read the comic. Nah, you're a weirdo. What? Okay, I get the Airden hate, but I like him because of how much of a chud he is. Cool. Your section on Airden is so much better than that one delusional Tumblr essay. I use Tumblr. I have no goddamn clue. I don't have memorized every single dumbass Tumblr essay about Homestuck characters. I have no clue what you're talking about. I think Volt Absorb on a flying type is nice. That gets rid of a weakness. I'm going to start using the Starly and maybe using the Pure Power Cherub. I don't know. I should try and get you evolved. And I'm going to need a really strong team for Bugsy, because as we've learned, Bugsy is the devil. Bugsy is a run killer. Bugsy is the worst when there's randomized. Okay, and just slowly grinding away. And yeah, so I'm just, I didn't say any of that shit I said. I just said, yes, that's fine, I understand, go ahead. Because, like, I'm new at the paper. I don't have the, like, pull to, like, call out the CEO and say a decision is wrong. I'm just gonna take my wounds and bite my tongue and, yeah, whatever. But I am pissed about it. Other things that happened this week, that this is just a rant about my life thing. I park at the office. I park in front of the building, and I have a window like looking out, and I can see my car from my desk. So my car is right in front of me, and I watch as a guy pulling in to go into our building hits my fucking car. He rear ends it and like pushes my car like a foot forward. I mean, my car was fine; it wasn't damaged at all. he wasn't driving fast, but I still, like, when I saw that, I immediately, like, run out to see if my car is okay. And then I check my car, I'm like looking at its back, and then I turn back and I see the guy, and he's just sitting in the car, and I stare at him for like 20 seconds. He doesn't say anything, and I say, "This is my car." "Okay, you hit my car." "I barely hit it. It's fine." What? And granted, it was fine, but like no like checking to see if you did damage, no like apologizing to the guy whose car you hit right in front of him. Like, what the fuck is that guy's problem? Ooh, flare bits. That's cool. Like, like my car was fine. It's not a big deal. But it's like the politeness of you do say sorry, and at the very least check to see if you did any damage. Like, am I wrong? Is that not just the etiquette? Like, literally later that day, it was an unlucky day, I guess. My car got hit again as I'm in the like gas station parking lot, and the guy immediately gets out and runs over and asks him, "My car's okay?" And I say, "Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. My car was fine." Like, I was fine with that guy, and I'm not mad at that guy because he at least checked if he fucked up my car. Like, you don't just like say, whatever. No, and like the guy who like hit my car like in front of my office at work, the fucking balls on him. He's like, "Do you work here?" "Yeah." Hands me a check for his bill that he was there to pay. He's like, "Here's that bill." What? What? Oh, it was absurd. What a jackass. Yeah, and just, my name is Claire twice because I'm stupid. And if you die, you die, but it's good. And now I've got an actual good stab move and don't really have to switch train anymore. At least with Bugsy, his other two Pokemon are like a Metapod and a Kakuna, so they won't be those Pokemon, but they'll be swapped out for something that will presumably be terrible. Also, what's this guy like $10,000 delicacy like offering it to a random fucking 10-year-old that you're seeing just randomly? Like, yeah, of course I can't afford it, man. Thanks. What? Bonjour? Are you French? Are you from Kalos? Like, I don't know. Just all sorts of weird stuff. I need Rock Smash. I'm not going to go into the cave until I get more comments, though. Or do I have any more comments? I guess I should check. I got one comment, which I hearted, so actually that'll probably be from one of the eggs, though. So I'll hatch that egg, or maybe I'll get my cave encounter and then I'll hatch the egg next time. Yeah, rationing my encounters. Let's do it. Union Cave encounter, execute! I feel like, because I just got I got the Starly, which I got last time, and now I'm getting an execute. It's like I'm in a time loop. You know what? I'm going to use my Premier Ball on you. Good. And you get to be named Squidella. That's a cool name. Squidella Ultima is a great name for this Pokemon, but I won't be able to fit all the characters. But it's, what can I do for like an Ultima symbol? Like a star is a good Ultima symbol. Or I could have gone like that Double Ball Infinity. Aerodin is a shitty guy I love to see fail. Equius is a shitty guy I love. I agree, that's the good take on them. Here's what I've been working on, by the way. I got all these videos that I'm working on. I decided just as I started like writing and just working out, how long are you two hatching? Hatching soon. I'm going to box you because I don't want you hatching mid-episode. What did you... Poison Heal, Sandstream. Poison Heal would actually be good because Executor is bulky. I'm working hard on the Epithet video. I've got Blackbeard video, like half written. Started last night because I realized this isn't going to be such a big video. I need to get like a start on it immediately. The Batman Fascist Part 5, I decided I'm going to have to split the Frank Miller. That's just the spoilers. It's going to be on Frank Miller's work. I'm going to have to split it in half, like, and do 2 parts, and maybe in February do the second half of covering Frank Miller, like, to just get through it. And hopefully Okay, my current goal when I end this is to find a Pokemon that can learn Rock Smash so I can get those items. Okay, let's pull it up. Let's pull up our party. You can't. You're a baby. Or wait, no, you're a baby. Okay, I'm just grabbing Pokemon to see if any of them can learn Rock Smash. Okay, an Uproar is actually kind of because I use the updated move values. I don't know why I turned that on. Ooh, Skyplate would be good for my Starly. Please, someone learn Rock Smash. Of course you can learn Rock Smash because you kill everything with pure power. This Cherubi is going to be a monster. Wait, is that plus attack or plus or minus attack? No, it's speed and special defense. But okay. But yeah, I'm hard at work, and I gotta finish. I finished writing the prologue for the visual novel Trolley Problem thingamajig I'm working on, but I didn't. Oh, and while it's on my mind, I should buy some super potions so I don't get blindsided by Bugsy. 6, sure. I need to finish adding the scripting to Ren'Py for the Trolley Problem. I got all sorts of stuff I'm working on, but I'll work on them next time once I go through this Union Cave and I hatch some eggs and I get my fucking vengeance on that cunt Bugsy who's evil and a murderer, and I hate him. Next time we're getting revenge on Bugsy for being evil, okay? Actually, I think we have to do Slowpoke well first, which might take time. But after that, we're killing Bugsy, okay? Next time we're killing Bugsy, okay? Okay.